Hi, my name is Greg Guyette. I am the past president of Montpelier Live. I just finished serving a 2-year term. I first joined Montpelier Live as a volunteer probably 6 years ago, working on First Night with my family. It's an infectious organization. Once you get involved, you're sort of pulled into new and exciting projects. So I moved from volunteer to a board member, and after 3 years on the board, I became the board president, and that term ended this summer. So the Downtown Improvement District is a new taxing district in Montpelier that was pursued by Montpelier Live during 2012. It was approved by the City Council in early 2013, or it was late 2012, to go on the town meeting day ballot in March of this year. And the voters of Montpelier approved the Downtown Improvement District, commonly known as the DID. And so the DID will effectively raise $75,000 from downtown real estate that is within the district to be reinvested in the district. The funds will be approximately $40,000 generated by downtown commercial properties, non-residential properties. Residents are excluded, and the other $35,000 will be generated by additional payment in lieu of taxes that the state of Vermont will pay to the city of Montpelier. A committee was established to oversee how the funds are spent for the DID. It's an independent committee, a very independent committee made up of property owners and business people from downtown who have very much a stake in the game. They're paying into the district in many cases, and they want to make sure that the money is being spent in the most effective way. The committee is made up of I believe 7 people today, and that number could go up or down. And they're reviewing requests that are coming in from a variety of different resources, including Montpelier Live. Some of the requests that we have made from Montpelier Live so far include additional money for holiday decorations, as well as money for additional flower plantings that occurred over the summer of 2013. So you may well have noticed the number of flowers and flower pots in Montpelier was doubled this year from in years past.
My name's Claire Benedict. I'm a Montpelier Live board member, and I'm also working with the Montpelier Business Association's Holiday Decorating Committee. Well, this year the Montpelier Business Association, which is part of Montpelier Live, started a new Holiday Decorating Committee because we just felt there was a need to get some bigger, better, more exciting decorations downtown for the season, and we started that in the spring. There's 4 of us on the committee, and we've been working to try to figure out what we can do for downtown. Well, last year, for various reasons, a couple things went wrong, and we weren't able to have as many decorations as we normally have in downtown, and so a bunch of us merchants specifically just thought that we needed to do a little bit more, and that's why we formed this committee. We thought, the city's not going to do this, so those of us who are running businesses downtown feel it's important, so we decided we would take over and try to get things spiffed up a little bit more. It's also the DID, the Downtown Investment District, has gone into effect this year in July, and we knew that if that passed, there'd be a possibility of getting some funding from that committee, and we did indeed go to that committee, ask for some money, and we got $5,000 from the DID.
The design committee at Montpelier Live took up the topic of parklets probably 3 years ago, and it was first conceived as a public green space downtown. The plan sort of modified over time as we get into more details on parklets, and primarily that is because in a public setting you need somebody that's going to police and maintain the parklet, and that was where we were sort of falling short on the public approach. So we moved to a private approach where there are businesses who will actually pay to install the parklet. They'll police them, they will maintain them, and make sure that they always look nice and are representing both their business and the community the way that we would want them to. The host business will pay for the parking spaces that the parklets will take up, and again we'll construct the parklets, installing them in the spring and removing them in the fall so that they're out of the way for snow plowing in the winter months. We think it's a really exciting project, a way to get more people on the street, and we think it'll create an interesting buzz around Montpelier where folks will want to come in and take a look at the parklets and see what's new and what's interesting and what's exciting that's going on. Parklets are popular around the country and in Canada. We see a lot of them on the West Coast, California, in Long Beach and San Francisco, and then up in Seattle. Also seeing them in Montreal, and we think that this is a pretty innovative idea for a small town like Montpelier, but we've always been innovators, and we're excited about this one.
Hi, my name's Linn Syz, and I'm on the board of Montpelier Alive, and I do a lot of volunteering for Montpelier Alive, especially with activities downtown. And today, September 20th, is Parking Day, which is a national event. I think it's been around for a couple of years. It started in San Francisco, in a part of the city that had been advocating for green space, and they weren't getting anywhere. So one day they came along, they put 2 hours worth of money in the meter and took over a parking space. They spread out some sod, put down some chairs, invited people to sit for a couple of hours. So we thought that sounded like a great idea. So we have bought 4 parking meters for the day here in Montpelier, and we have them spread around town. One of them is the Montpelier Tree Board and the North Branch Nature Center, and they've spread out some wood chips and some trees and some logs, and they've got critters there. Another one is front of Capital Stationers, and he's basically made a living room and a art room out of packing boxes and copy paper, and inviting people to stop in and doodle and even mail a postcard. Another one is put up by Chill, which is a local gelato store, and it's basically chairs and potted plants and magazines, and there's a chessboard. You can just kind of sit there and eat your lunch, play a little chess. And the last one is right here, which is the Central Vermont Solid Waste Management District, working together with some high school art students, and what they're doing is making art out of household trash and just showing people basically what households are throwing away and getting creative with it. So it's running all day. It's a gorgeous day here in downtown Montpelier, and it's a way to just show that there are other uses for parking spaces than cars.
We have a network of 597 volunteers in our database. And in a town of 8,000 people, that's truly an astounding number. Last year alone, we had over 1,500 hours of volunteer time that was given by this network of volunteers to make sure that all of the programming happened, to make sure that the 3rd of July happened, to make sure that Frostival happened, to make sure that the Brown Bag concert series happened.
Good afternoon. My name is Pinky, and I'm the organizer of the Brown Bag Concert Series that we have here at Christchurch Courtyard every Thursday from the end of June till right after Labor Day. We have great turnouts. It's a lot of fun. Different kinds of bands. I really like to switch them around so we don't have the same type of music all the time. And I accept donations that go to help redo this courtyard right here where you're looking, and we've had a lot of good luck with that. People really love it, and I've been organizing this now for probably close to 10, 11 years now. I substituted one day, and I've just taken over ever since that happened. So in the wintertime, I get CDs and stuff sent to me at home, and I go through them all, and I average probably 15, 20 different ones, and I just pick out to 8 or 10. I tried to go, went 10 this year, and we had 10 perfect Thursdays, so it didn't rain from June 20th till after Labor Day on a Thursday. And great turnouts. We average about 100, 100 and a quarter. That many people every Thursday, noon to 1. And a lot of state workers, because they walk down here, and it's, we really fill this section right here. So it's a ton of fun.
On the 3rd of July, we partnered with another group of volunteers from the Central Vermont Solid Waste District to implement our first zero sort recycling program, or zero waste recycling program, where we diverted a half a ton of refuse that would have otherwise gone to the landfill. So again, this is really about volunteers, and these are volunteers who are passionate about our town. They don't do this because they want to work with Montpelier Alive. They do it because they love Montpelier, they love what it stands for, they love being downtown, and they want to contribute their time, their hours, and their money to helping us make this truly a special spectacular place now and for generations to come. So Montpelier Live is really an organization about volunteers. In addition to Paimon, our fantastic executive director, and our volunteer board, we have 600 volunteers who give their time day and night, year-round, to make sure that the programming that Montpelier Alive is putting into place is executed properly. But in addition to that, they're giving their time in numerous other ways downtown. And it's not about Montpelier Alive for them, it's about Montpelier. It's an amazing community with a great spirit and a great character, and like myself and my fellow board members, the volunteers are here to make sure that Montpelier is a fantastic place, not only now, but for our children and for generations to come.